I'm at this one, but you're not you. Not Tom by Tom. Life not Tom by Tom. Thank you. Hey, everybody. Hi. Hey, guys. Welcome to today's episode of Ride With Me. So something happened today and I thought I should address this. Let's talk about toxicity in the workplace. Workers tolerating toxic customers. Is that a nice topic or what? And my number one reason for turning down customer service role was the fact that after a few weeks, I didn't spend so much time there though, but after a few weeks, I knew that wasn't the place for me because most of the customers were so toxic. It wasn't even funny anymore. And I had a few problems with my employer though, because I was turning it down. Maybe I should have explained to them why I didn't want to be there, because I didn't understand why I would wake up very early in the morning to commute to the office, only to sit down for about, God knows how many hours would that even be, from 8 to 5. All these hours to only be dealing with mostly toxic people, toxic customers, all because we still want to go with the customer is always right. Every time the customer is always right. Every time the customer is always right. Every time is a customer that is bringing you money, is a customer that is paying you, so you have to treat them right. But do you have any idea what that does to your mental health? I think that we underestimate what toxic customers do to workers' mental health. We underestimate it. There was a time I had to deal with one client that was so rude that because I could not really respond to the person, you can be firm though, but you have to do it in a more professional way, so you're not able to really get it out of your chest like you would want to. So you still go home with like remnants of anger and you want to, it's like your ego has been bruised, right? So you want to pay back, actually, like you want to pay someone back, and you take it out on your poor boyfriend. In fact, that was what I did. God forgive me, but I took it out on him because I had so much energy, so much negative energy stored up, and I had to unleash it. But that is what typically happens. I saw a post, was it video? Yeah, I saw a video of a man who would also go to work and receive insults from his boss. And because, of course, he cannot respond because that was your boss, he goes home and takes that anger to the wife. And the wife also gets angry and passes it on to the child. And then the child grows up to be a very disturbed, a disturbed adult. But that's not what we want to be dealing with. Now, in the insurance industry, Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Auntie, me patch my fall back in a few minutes. Okay, thank you. So, as I was saying, yeah, back to the insurance industry. There is something called a moral hazard, which we usually don't, we tend to overlook. But we are not obliged to take on your risk just because you walked into the office. No. We are not under any obligation to take on your risk just because you walked into the office. Nah, it doesn't work like that. It's not a hospital, okay? If you went to a hospital today and they failed to attend to you and something happens, yeah, that one, you have genuine concern and outrage. You can easily pour your outrage on whoever it is. But this is an insurance company. Yes, we offer services, but our type of service is different. It's contractual. And what I mean is that you bring in your risk and then we assess it. We assess the risk and let you know if we would accept it. And before we accept it, we look at certain factors. And one of those factors include the fact that you as an individual, you have the right attitude for the risk that you're bringing on. And this could include how you have maintained the risk. In this case, it would be if it were your car, how you've maintained the car, how you handle issues, basically, whether the client has good conduct, good conduct, right? You are not a moral hazard to the insurance company. And when we say moral hazard, an example I can give you is someone who walks into your office and even before you conclude on the contract, can you imagine? I was using the wrong card. So even before you conclude on the contract, he's already hailing insults at you because of one thing or because you mentioned the premium to them and they disagreed. So they're already prejudiced. Then they are angry because they think that the premium is too high and that you're cheating them, and so they tend to disrespect you. And some are just plain chauvinists and yeah. So basically, they get angry and they don't want to have anything. They feel like they're just buying the policy, and then after that, you just give it to me to ward the police off, right? But then we check all of these things, and so it's at our discretion to determine if we want to go ahead and take their business or just downright tell them no. But because we try to be a bit, lenient, because already the market, not too many people understand insurance in Ghana. We are all learning. In fact, we are all learning, including the so-called professionals. We are all still learning, and we are trying to catch up with the rest of the world. But it does not mean that we should tolerate certain things, because, mind you, we are also humans. So if I came to your office, imagine you were offering some service and I came to your office and I didn't even give you an opportunity to prove yourself if you were trustworthy, or you can indeed provide the service you have said you were going to provide. and I start accusing you of things based on other people's perception. I start accusing you and blaming you and all of that, calling you names. And yeah, it can be bad. It can be very, very bad. So we try to manage the situation, but there is only so much you can take because you are a human. So there's only so much you can take. You can try, yeah, you can try, but it's about time we changed the narrative. We don't have to tolerate certain things just because the person is paying you. Mind you, this is an insurance company, and so we don't always have to treat you guys like we are the only ones that need you need us. I think that slowly people are beginning to understand how insurance works. So you need us.